Okay, let's just check if I'm audible. Okay, perfect. Just a minute. All right. So, hi, hello, good afternoon, my dear students. How are you all? I hope that everybody is fine in the best of their health. And this is Ritika, and I'm back with one of the very important session for all the students of grade 10, right? So students, आज जो है हम लोग एक बहुत ही important session करने वाले हैं, in which we are going to look for some of the important questions of organic chemistry, right? Now, as you all might be knowing, organic chemistry एक बड़ा ही it's important unit for your term 2 examinations. So what are we going to do is we are going to look for some of the important questions, and also we are going to see that how to answer those questions. अभी बात आती है कि how are the questions present, right? In your examination, we know that there are two types. One will be the MCQs, okay, और जो second category होगी वो हमारा होगा theory answers, right? तो इस यूनिट में since it is a vast unit, we will be picking up both the types of question, MCQ और theory questions दोनों we are going to take, and we are going to discuss the important questions, right? So we will quickly begin. Okay, but before beginning, let me tell you something. सबसे पहले तो about me, I am Ritika, your chemistry educator. I have been awarded grade A in Cambridge English ESOL and have completed my engineering in electronics and communication. Next is students, you can join us on the Telegram. Okay, you can join my personal Telegram channel and also the official Telegram channel to receive all the updates about the classes that go on here at Unacademy. Okay, so to stay regularly updated, you can go for the links. Okay, and next important thing is the 3-month subscription offer. So this offer, it has been extended up till 25th of March. Okay, and this offer says that you can get up to 40% off on subscription for ICSE grade 10. You can go for it, and the original pricing, which was 7,500, it's now available for 4,500. Okay, तो आप लोग मेरा code, you can use this code RITIKACLIVE to get this discount. तो सबसे पहले before moving on to the questions, let me tell you a very important thing कि जो हमारा organic chemistry है, first of all try to know the syllabus कि क्या चीज़ें जो है अभी reduced syllabus के according cancel हुई है, क्या चीज़ें they are still there, right? So if we talk about your organic chemistry, you are having the isomerism, hydrocarbons, etc., right? You are having all the hydrocarbons, the alkanes, alkenes and alkynes, right? And अभी जो है हमारा carboxylic acid और alcohol part है, that has been cancelled. So in organic we are having the introduction part and the hydrocarbon part. Okay, so we will be having the questions also which are based on them. The very first, which of the following hydrocarbon helps in the artificial ripening of fruits? तो इनमें से there is one hydrocarbon जिसको हम लोग use करते हैं fruits को ripe करवाने के लिए, okay, artificially. So which is that hydrocarbon? And over here the correct answer is it is acetylene. अभी what is acetylene? Acetylene हमारा common name है. Acetylene जो है it is the common name for ethyne. And what is ethyne? It is the first member of alkyne. Alkyne क्या होता है? Let's talk about alkyne. Yeah. So if I talk about alkyne, it is the hydrocarbon with a triple bond between carbon and carbon. Okay, and over here the general formula of alkyne will be CnH2n minus 2. And if I talk about the very first, it is Cn, that is C2H2, 2n minus 2, that is 2. And how the structure will be? So the structure will be somewhat like this: one triple bond between carbon and carbon, and the other valency is satisfied using hydrogen. So that is the acetylene or ethine as we call it by the IUPAC name. Correct? Moving on to next question. What is the general formula for alkanes? Now first of all let's talk about what is alkane. Alkane जो है हमारा वो होता है the hydrocarbon with a single bond between the carbon atoms. Okay, तो यहाँ जो carbon atoms है उनके बीच में एक single bond होता है, and the general formula of alkane therefore it is CnH2n+2. अभी बात करते हैं यहाँ पर about all the options. So CnH2n+2 it is the formula of alkane. CnH2n it is the formula of alkene. Okay, now in alkane we are having all single bonds, in alkene we are having double bond, and in the alkyne that is CnH2n minus 2, यहाँ पर we will be having minus. Okay, and why minus? Let's see. We will be having a triple bond. इस ट्रिपल बॉन्ड की वजह से you know this is known as alkyne. Okay, so here alkane का जो जनरल फॉर्मूला है वो हो जाएगा CnH2n+2. Okay, next is an alkane having the molecular formula of C7H16 can be named as dash. Okay, so सबसे पहले तो we know that there are 7 carbons, right, and up to at least 10 जो है you should be knowing the names. Okay, तो जब one carbon atom we are having we call it as meth. For 2 it is ETH, ethane or ethene etc. 3 carbon atom के लिए हम लोग use करते हैं prop. 4 it is but. 5 के लिए हम लोग use करेंगे pent. 6 it is hex, and 7 जो है हमारा होता है hept. तो according to it जो हमारा आंसर है, can anybody tell me क्या आंसर होगा? Ma'am, please make a video on how to score 100 on 100 in chemistry. Okay, so rather than going for this video, we will be having a marathon class. Okay, so don't worry. I guess on 26th हम लोग एक marathon class करेंगे in which we will be covering all the important topics. Okay. अच्छा, C7H16 7 carbon है. Okay, and this is heptane. Okay. अभी what type of questions are asked ये भी पूछ सकते हैं that C7H16 क्या है? It is an alkane, alkene or alkyne. तो you will be going कि अगर ये alkene हुआ और you can just split it. Okay, so it is CnH2n+2 for an alkyne. So how you will go for C7H2 into 7 plus 2. Okay, it is for second semester. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? It's 7. Okay, 2 into 7 plus 2. तो 14 plus 2 16. Okay, so that is how it will go like. Understood? Okay, moving on to next question. Substitution reaction are the characteristic reactions of dash. अच्छा, अभी substitution reaction के बारे में बात करेंगे. तो substitution reaction basically होता क्या है? See, substitution reaction जो होता है, it is we can say that it is a replacement. Okay, so one or more atoms they are replaced by another atom or maybe a group of atoms. Correct? तो ये जो होते हैं substitution reaction, they are generally seen in the alkanes. Okay, all right. तो हमारे जो substitution reaction है, they are the reaction of alkanes. Okay. अच्छा, can anybody tell me alkynes और alkane जो है कौन से reactions, alkenes and alkynes, what type of reactions do they show? Anyone? चलो, moving on to next. I'll be waiting for your answer. Next is with the increasing number of carbon atoms, the number of possible isomers. Yeah, it was alkanes, Piyush. with the increasing number of carbon atoms number of possible isomers dash. तो जैसे जैसे हमारे कार्बन एटम्स बढ़ेंगे आइसोमर्स का जो नंबर है what it will be, it will increase, decrease, remain same or become zero. Anyone? चलो इसको we will try to understand by example. So first of all let's take कि हमारे पास जो एक compound, it is having 4 carbons. So how I can draw the isomers? First is this, second is this, है ना? तो हमारे पास we are having 2 isomers. But in the place if I take 5, okay, so here it is 5. तो अभी हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं? This is second and this can be third. तो क्या हो रहा है? Is it increasing or decreasing? Yes students. तो क्या हो रहा है? As the number of carbon atom are increasing, the number of possible isomers are also increasing. Okay, so that is how we can say that with increase in number of carbon atoms, the possible isomers also increase. Next, which one of the following will be formed? Tomorrow is my chemistry pre-board. अच्छा तो organic we are going to discuss. अब्दुल्ला उमर, तो हम लोग यहाँ पर important questions we are discussing and let's hope that your exam goes very well. So what will be formed when one hydrogen is removed? Okay, तो अभी let's suppose that हमारे पास alkane है, that is methane. Okay, इसमें से अगर हमने एक हाइड्रोजन को subtract किया, so we will be getting what? A radical. And इसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? मिथाइल, है ना? If you might have heard it is मिथाइल, एल्काइल, इथाइल, प्रोपाइल. तो वो हमें क्या मिलेगा? एक एल्काइल रेडिकल. Okay. Next, conversion of ethanol to ethene by action of concentrated sulphuric acid is known as dash. चलो इथेनॉल को हम लोग जब इथीन में कन्वर्ट करेंगे by concentrated sulphuric acid, so it will be the example of what? Dehydrogenation. Okay, anyone else? ओके, तो यहाँ पर हमारा आएगा डिहाइड्रेशन. अभी डिहाइड्रेशन कैसे हो रहा है स्टूडेंट्स? यहाँ पर जो है कंसंट्रेटेड सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड, इट इज वर्किंग और फंक्शनिंग एज डिहाइड्रेटिंग एजेंट, है ना? तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? दिस इज इथेनॉल. ओके, इसका अगर हम लोग रिएक्शन कराएंगे कंसंट्रेटेड सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड के साथ, तो यहाँ पर क्या होगा? एक वाटर मॉलिक्यूल इट विल बी सब्ट्रैक्टेड. ओके, so what will happen over here? We will be getting an alkene, that is ethene. Okay, so this is ethene and here it is ethanol. Okay, next question is substitution reaction. Acha, I guess we have already done it. So tell me students, substitution reaction जो है, it is the characteristics reaction of which? Alkynes, alkenes or alkanes? तो right now we have discussed कि जो substitution reaction है, it is correct, it is the reaction of alkanes. Okay, next is the organic compound which undergo substitution reaction. अभी हमने पढ़ा which compounds they undergo substitution reaction and tell me इसमें से कौन सा compound है which will undergo substitution reaction? Okay, first of all it is B, C and D. See, if I talk about C2H2, तो इसका जो फॉर्मूला है that is CnH2n minus 2. Okay, it is going on here. So it is what? It is alkyne. Next, C2H4, it is an ethene, so it is alkene. So alkene or alkyne जो है, they don't show substitution reaction. Next is C10H18. Again, CnH2n minus 2 is going on well here, so that is alkyne. And the last, it is C2H6, that is CnH2n plus 2. तो यहाँ पर हमारे पास it will be alkane. Correct? So this will be our correct answer. Okay. Next, if molecular formula of an organic compound is C10H18, it is what? So C10H18, now see students, if I go for the formula, it is CnH2n minus 2, right? So C10H2n kitna ho gaya? 20 minus 2, that is C10H18. And what is this formula of? It is of alkyne. Okay, so that will be the correct answer. ये हमारा alkyne is the correct answer. Which of the following is a common characteristic of covalent compound? तो हमारे जो covalent compounds होते हैं उनका एक बहुत ही common characteristic होता है. So which is the correct answer from all of these? Now see, if I talk about the covalent compounds, their melting boiling point is not very high. They can dissolve in organic solvents. They are not always soluble in water and they do not conduct electricity. So over here, the correct answer is they will be dissolving in organic solvents. Correct? Okay. Now students, talking about Unacademy free special classes. So first of all, you need to have the Unacademy learner app. Okay, for accessing these classes. Over here you can have live real-time interaction with your educators. We have chat, emojis, options. You can even ask the question using question tab. Then we are having live poll option. We are having quiz options and also poll leaderboards, right? तो अभी जो है 25th March we will be having the first term classes. Okay, हम लोग first term को start कर रहे हैं for grade 10. At 4 p.m. 25th March, we are going to have introduction to periodic table. Okay, so you can go for it, you can watch the classes and you can also share the classes. Next is, why should you go for Unacademy subscription? The very first reason is you can learn from the comfort of your home. After that, you will be having unlimited access to all the courses. Right, apart from the normal classes, you also have the doubt clearing sessions regular, and you get all the study material in the PDF format. Correct? So these are the things. You can go for the plus subscription pricing as per your convenience. You can go for 1 month, 3 month, 18, 24, 36, anything. Okay, and you can use my code to get the extra discount. Correct? Acha. Now we will be using some of we will be solving some of the theory questions, right? Okay. Now these type of questions are very important. If I talk about your examinations, always it's not necessary that you will be getting only long answers. Okay, तो जो हमारे 5 mark के questions है, you could be asked as in parts. Okay, तो 5 mark के question में you can have 2 part or 5 part, anything like that. Okay, चलो. How can we prepare ethene from bromoethane? Anyone? तो जो हमारा ethene है, okay, how it could be prepared from bromoethane? Anyone? तो चलो सबसे पहले let us discuss. Bromoethane क्या होता है? It is 2 carbon, so C2H5Br. Okay, ये हमारा ब्रोमोइथेन है and इससे हमें क्या चाहिए? We need to go for ethene. Okay, and what is ethene? It is an alkene, C2H4. Now students, to get this, what we need to do is we need to add alcoholic potassium hydroxide, right? So when C2H5OH, okay, I'm sorry, it is Br. So when bromoethane, it is made to react with potassium hydroxide, that is alcoholic potassium hydroxide, हमें क्या मिलेगा? We will be getting C2H4, that is our main product that we need, plus KBr potassium bromide plus water. Okay, now over here what are the things that you should be remembering? First of all, write the name of the compounds, okay, especially the compounds that are asked. Okay, so you can write the name of the compounds and you can go for the answer. Next is ethyne using calcium carbide. Okay, so over here what is the thing? ethyne को हम लोग कैसे प्रिपेयर करेंगे? यूजिंग कैल्शियम कार्बाइड, राइट? तो व्हेन वी ऐड कैल्शियम कार्बाइड एंड वाटर, okay, so this is our compound, what we will get C2H2, okay, plus calcium hydroxide. Okay, so that is the compound. ओके, तो कैल्शियम कार्बाइड से हमें इथाइन कैसे मिला? बाय एडिंग वाटर. ओके, अंडरस्टूड एवरीवन? ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज हाउ वी विल गेट मीथेन फ्रॉम सोडियम एसिटेट. अभी हम लोग बात करते हैं मीथेन फ्रॉम सोडियम एसिटेट. जस्ट अ मिनट. सो दिस इज द थर्ड वन. Okay, so sodium acetate, it is CH3COO okay. Now when we add sodium hydroxide to it, what we will be getting? We will be getting methane plus sodium carbonate. Okay, so that is how we get methane from sodium acetate. Ayush and Piyush, it's a humble request to kindly maintain the decorum of the class. Okay, next is name the following organic compounds. Okay, so this is a very easy question. The compound with 3 carbon atoms whose functional group is carboxyl. तो सबसे पहले we need to see that जो 3 carbon atoms है, what is the name of that compound. तो 3 carbon atoms के लिए we are using the word prop, है ना. एंड नेक्स्ट इज कार्बोक्साइल. कार्बोक्साइल जो ग्रुप है, इसका जो सफिक्स होता है दैट इज ओइक एसिड. सो व्हाट विल बी द नेम ऑफ द कंपाउंड? इट विल बी नेम्ड एज प्रोपेनोइक एसिड. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज द फर्स्ट होमोलॉग हुज जनरल फॉर्मूला इज CnH2n. अभी हम बात करते हैं CnH2n जो है किसका फॉर्मूला है, राइट? तो ये जो फॉर्मूला है हमारे एल्कीन का, दैट इज अ डबल, करेक्ट. एंड द फर्स्ट होमोलॉग मींस जो फर्स्ट हमारा मेंबर है दैट इज इथीन, C2H4. ओके, नेक्स्ट इज the compound that reacts with acetic acid to form ethyl ethanol. So which compound is the compound which reacts with the acetic acid? So when an alcohol reacts with the acid, first of all these type of reactions are known as esterification reaction, है ना. So over here we will be taking ethanol, okay, and it will be reacting with our acetic acid. अभी ये हमें क्या देगा? It will be providing us with ester, that is CH3COO C2H5, okay, and water. And this reaction, it is known as esterification reaction. Okay, and यहाँ पर over here we are using H2SO4 which functions as a catalyst, or it can also function as a dehydrating agent. Okay, so these are the basic things that you should be remembering about the esterification reaction. And next is the compound which is formed by complete chlorination of ethyne. Okay, just a minute. Yeah, If I talk about complete chlorination of ethyne, तो जो हमारा compound बनेगा, this is ethyne. Okay, इसके chlorination पर सबसे पहले तो क्या बन रहा है हमारे पास? We will be having 1,2-dichloroethane. How? This is the compound that will be formed. अभी फिर से इसका chlorination होगा. Okay, and what we will get? Okay, just a minute. Yeah, so when we again go for chlorination, what will happen? Over here, these compounds will also be substituted. Okay, so हमारे पास what we will be getting? We will be getting 1122 tetrachloroethane. Why 1122? Because here 2 chlorine groups and here also 2 chlorine groups. Okay, I hope that it is clear to you. Okay, next is give the IUPAC name of the following compounds. Okay, now see over here students, the IUPAC naming is one of the very important part. Okay, आपको you could be getting the question as draw the structure or give the IUPAC names. Okay, now here CHO group. CHO means aldehyde group. Okay, aldehyde group का जो हमारा suffix होता है that is Al. Okay, and since there is one carbon, so the IUPAC name will be methanol. Okay, it is non-methanol. Umar Abdullah, see, it's not ketone. Okay, जो ketone होता है that is in middle, right? यहाँ CHO group है. Okay, so जो CHO group होता है that is aldehyde. Yes, methanol. Okay. Next, the second one. 3 carbon atom and 1 OH group. So what is this 1 OH group used for? Now this is alcohol, right? And since we are having 3 carbons, so it will be propanol. Correct? So that is the IUPAC name. Okay? Okay. And this one. So see there, this is alkene. Yeah, we can even call it as propane 1-ol, or otherwise if we just write propanol, it is understood that जो group है that is on first carbon. Okay. Next is yeah, here double bond है, so we will be having alkene. So can you tell me what will be the name of this compound? See, यहाँ हमारे पास double bond है, okay, and that is present on the second carbon from right or left, so it will be butene. Correct, Umar Abdullah. Okay, so that is the correct answer. अभी next question कैसे आ सकता है? That we have to draw the structure. Okay, now structure 2,3-dimethyl butane. So butane means we should be having how many carbon atoms? How many carbon atoms are present in butane? It's 4, right? So हमारे पास we will be having 4 carbon atoms, right? This is how it will go. Okay, R and R are the alkyl groups. अभी diethyl means 2 ethyl groups are present. Okay, तो हमारे पास 2 ethyl group है. It will be CH3 CH2, बीच में O and CH2 CH3. Okay, so that is the correct answer. Next is propanoic acid. अच्छा, propanoic acid, how many carbon atoms it contains and what is the group? Three, correct. So we will be having 3 carbons in the propanoic acid. So one is CH3, then CH2, and the third one will be present in the functional group itself, that is COOH. So that will be the correct structure. Okay. Next question is define isomerism and give the isomers of pentane. Achha, what do we mean by isomerism, anyone? चलो, isomerism is basically the compounds which are having same molecular formula लेकिन जो structures है different. Yes, correct अब्दुल्ला, it's perfectly correct. तो हमारे जो molecular formula है वो same रहेगा and talking about the structural formula, or I would say structure, they are having different structures. अच्छा, can anybody tell me ये जो हमारा pentane है that contains 5 carbon, how many isomers are present? How many isomers are possible? Yes. How many structures are possible? Chalo, let us talk about the possible isomers. Okay. The first one will be the very simple structure, that is pentane or N-pentane as we call it. Okay. And this is the structure. Okay. So N-pentane. Next is when we bring one carbon atom down. Okay. That is CH3, C, CH2 and CH3. Over here one carbon is over here. Okay. And one is hydrogen. Okay. Okay. Next over here it is 2-methyl butane. अभी ये मिथाइल क्यों है? Because in the longest chain हमारे पास we are having 4 carbon atoms. Okay. And one group it is present at the one of the carbon. Okay. Now over here we will be starting counting from the from that side in which the carbon or the, I would say, the group gets the lowest number possible. Okay. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Alright. Next is if we bring 2 carbon atom to a different position, how it will be going? So it will be going like that. Okay. Now here the name will be what? See, the 2 carbon atoms we can take any chain because anyhow they are containing the 3 carbons in the longest chain. And the name will be 2,2 dimethyl propane. Correct? So that is how the isomers are formed. I hope that it is clear. Okay, so now next question that we are going to do, just a minute. Okay, alright, so moving on to next question. Differentiate between a substitution reaction and addition reaction. Now see students, substitution and addition reactions are very important. If I talk about substitution reaction, these are seen in the alkanes, and addition reaction जो है, these are the properties of the alkene and alkyne, है ना? So if I talk about substitution, here what is happening, there is one atom or maybe one molecule which is replaced by another one. Okay, so what we can say, that an atom of molecule is replaced. Okay, for example, if I talk about methane, and when it reacts with chlorine, तो यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? We are having chloromethane plus HCl. Now how is it happening? Let's suppose that this is my methane. Okay, and when it reacts with chlorine, this comes out. Okay, and what do we have? CH3Cl. Okay, so it is actually substituting. Okay, place ले रहा. Next is addition reaction. The addition reaction जो है, basically these are the property of alkynes and alkenes. And यहाँ पर क्या होता है? The compounds are added. Okay, the molecules or atoms are added. Okay, and what do we get? We get the saturated compounds. How? For example, this is my alkene. Okay, and if I add bromine, what do I get? I will be getting C2H4Br2. Okay, अभी ये कैसे हो रहा है देखो. If I talk about this compound, this is what it is, an unsaturated compound. Okay, when it reacts with bromine, तो हमें क्या मिल रहा है? We will be getting C2H4 and Br2. तो यहां हमारे पास unsaturated से we got a saturated compound. Correct? So this is how it goes on. Okay, तो addition reaction जो है हमें मिलेगा alkynes और alkenes में, and the substitution reaction is a property of alkanes. Okay, all right. Next is write a balanced chemical equation for the each of the following. Okay, तो burning of ethane in plentiful supply of air. Okay, तो ethane, that is any hydrocarbon, जब it is burned in supply of air, what is the product that we get? We get carbon dioxide and water, right? So what it will be like? This is our ethane. It is burned in oxygen, so we get carbon dioxide and water. Please make sure to balance the equations properly. Okay. Next is action of water on calcium carbide. So जब calcium carbide, that is CaC2, its water is added, तो हमें क्या मिलेगा? We will be getting calcium hydroxide or ethyne. Okay, write the name of the compounds. Okay, and the last one is heating of ethanol at 170 degree in presence of sulphuric acid. So over here, okay, let's do it over here. तो हमारा जो ethanol है, when we heat it in the presence of sulphuric acid, तो यहाँ से we have a water molecule coming out and we get the ethene. Okay, that is the correct answer. Next is give the structural formula of the following. तो सबसे पहले तो methanoic acid, that is an carboxylic acid containing one carbon because of meth, so the structure will be somewhat like this. Next is ethanol. Ethanol means two carbon atom and Al means it's an aldehyde group, so the structure will be CH3 and CHO. So this will be your structure. And kindly give the whole structure in your examination. Don't just write CH3, CHO. After that we have ethyne. Ethyne means how many carbon atoms are present? We are having two carbon atoms and a triple bond because it is an alkyne. Acetone. It is a ketone. Acetone means it's the common name having three carbon atoms, so it will be a ketone. Correct? That is the structure. After that we have 2-methyl propane. So propane means of course we are having three carbon atoms, so this, and 2-methyl means one methyl group it is present on the second carbon, and we will be balancing it using the hydrogens. Okay, after that state how the following conversions can be carried out. तो ethyl chloride को हम ethyl alcohol कैसे बनाएंगे? The very first one is we take ethyl chloride, if we add it potassium hydroxide, alcoholic potassium hydroxide, हमें क्या मिलेगा? We will be getting the alcohol and potassium chloride. Okay, so that is ethanol. The B1 is ethyl chloride to ethene. अभी same compound we are having, but we have to convert it into ethene. Now over here we will be using potassium hydroxide. Okay, I'm sorry, here we will be using aqueous. Okay, and here we will be using alcoholic potassium hydroxide, and what we will get a hydrocarbon ethene plus potassium chloride plus water. Okay, so there is this difference. When we are using aqueous potassium hydroxide, we get alcohol. If we are using alcoholic potassium hydroxide, we get the hydrocarbon. Next is ethene to ethyl alcohol. So we are having ethene, that is C2H4, and we need alcohol, so just add water, we will be getting alcohol. The last one is ethyl alcohol to ethene. So we are having ethyl alcohol, okay, and by adding concentrated H2SO4, what do we get? We get ethene. Okay, so there is a middle reaction now. After this, okay, by adding this, what do we get? We get C2H5HSO4 plus H2O. And when we heat it at 160 degrees Celsius, we get ethene. Okay, so this is how this reaction is completed. And next is differentiate between saturated and unsaturated hydrocarbons. So talking about the saturated ones, these are the compounds which are having single bond. Okay, and they are alkanes. Next is they undergo substitution reaction. And if I talk about unsaturated hydrocarbons, these are having either a double or a triple bond. Okay, alkenes and alkynes come under this category, and they undergo addition reaction. Correct? So these are some of the properties. Talking about the test series, so for ICSE and ISC learners of grade 10 and 12, we are having the mock test series for your final exams. Okay, so the test timing is from Saturday to Tuesday, and it is scheduled after 5 p.m. Okay, so you can see the timetable and you can enroll. Next is these are some of the ongoing batches. You can enroll yourself right now. It's the best time for 3-month subscription. You are getting 40% off up till 25th of March. Okay. Alright, next is bugs bounty. So if you see any inappropriate content in the video, you can report it and you can claim your prize. So students, I hope that you might have understood everything that we have covered today, the important questions. Thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe, like and share the video. We will be meeting in the next class, in which we will be having, I guess, a marathon session. Please attend the session, as it is going to be very, very important. And thank you. All the very best for your preparations.